Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Super excited to be here. If you're catching the replay, go ahead and comment replay. Otherwise, let's get going and talk about the off putting of turning maybe later into success now. We came up with this, my team and I came up with this because I hear so many women saying, I will do this when this happens or when this happens, but or when I'm this kind of person, instead of just realizing that real estate works for everyone. And so we all know, especially as women, what it's like to push our dreams to the side. Okay. We tell ourselves we'll get to this later. Or just screw it, I'll do it when I have a moment. There's just no way. There's no way on my current plate that I could do this. And I'm sure that a lot of this relates to so many of you. So while I talk throughout today, feel free to comment. I always go off of comments. I love to see what you guys have to say or if you're on. But we all talk about that, how easy it is to push ourselves aside and tell ourselves, we'll get to this later, or my time will free up in January after the holidays. When really, after years of experience, I have learned that the best time to act is right when you think about it. And I'm going to give so many examples throughout, good morning, Lee, throughout this live about women who I have talked to that became successful and what I asked them, what people say to me and things like that. Cause I was blessed when real estate really became an option where I was like, this is an option to make money. I jumped on it, right? I didn't wait decades to do it. I jumped on it because I had no choice. And we'll talk about that too. But real estate, especially real estate investing, has this power to really transform your life. And it has done it for me. It's done it for my mother. It's done it for countless other women in our community who have really seen the benefits of doing investing. And whether you're just starting to consider it or you have been on the fence for a while, what I'm going to talk about today, I'm hoping is going to help you overcome any doubts, any hesitations, anything that you're struggling with. My goal today is to just be straightforward. I'm going to give you knowledge, tools, confidence you need to make your real estate dreams happen for you now. And inside, we'll also talk about actionable steps, mindset shifts, and real life success stories that prove that anyone, no matter your background, race, age, accents, or anything, have made this happen. And so I'm going to tell you with one really big saying that might help you. The only thing standing between you and your success is your decision to begin. The only thing that's standing between you and your success is your decision to begin. The only thing standing in your way, I'm going to say this, between you and your success is your decision to begin. Why do I say it that much? Because you keep putting off your success. The longer you procrastinate, the longer you wait. You can, and I'm talking about someone who sat in really desperate times for a long time because I just said, maybe I will get to this later. There's no way I could add this to my plate. I cannot see this happening for me. So a lot of people wait for this perfect time to start real estate, to get into it. There is no perfect time. There's always something going on in the world. There's always something going on that's affecting the real estate economy. There's the only time to start is now. And the perfect time is rarely going to arrive on its own. Good morning, Wendy. It's rarely going to arrive on its own. So, how do you create that perfect time? You start, and you start now. Because at the end of the day, you were just going to sit there and not do anything, just thinking about starting or deciding when it's a good time. It's not going to be a good time. I use an example where people are like, well, I'll start in January after the holidays. Okay. I'll have more time. My calendar is more free. And let me know if this is you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, of course. So, next weekend, I have no plans either. But as that weekend gets closer, I'm going to make plans and that calendar is going to get full. So as January gets closer, you're going to start saying yes to other things, right? So I want you to kind of think about that when real estate, you're going to do it when this, and this ends, but then you're sitting there and something else comes up and something comes out and it just never seems the right time. So before I forget, while we're doing this, throughout the live, comment because you'll get entered into our raffle we do at the end. For every comment you do is an entry into our raffle that my team, when I say I'm ready to pull, will pull your name. and spin the wheel to pull your name for our raffle. Okay, so keep commenting with takeaways, what's landing with you, what do you agree with? Good morning, Mary. Things like that. Okay, so there's a cost of inaction. In real estate, it isn't just a delay when you're procrastinating about getting going and you're just sitting there doing nothing. You're missing out on deals, not just deals, lucrative deals. You're watching property values rise or dip. And I can't tell you how many people I talk to. I'm just going to wait for it to get a little cheaper. I'm just going to wait for it to get a little cheaper. And then they miss because it keeps going up, right? And you'll lose the chance on building wealth and security. So the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be for you to catch up. You're not going to have the energy you had when you started decades from now. When people are like, well, I had a lady once on a call say, well, I'll just wait till I'm retired. I'll have the time then. And then you're not. You're going to be tired. Who knows what's going to happen in the world then? And this entire time that you would have waited for that freedom to happen, you're going to fill it up with another job when you could start now and have that freedom then. You could have it long before then. I've heard this so many times, or I'll wait for a couple years. It's just not the right time. The right time is the moment you decide it's the right time. Now, it's very normal, and I want to acknowledge the fear of getting into real estate, the fear of starting something new, especially something as significant as real estate, where there's a lot of money, transactions, contracts involved. You need to reframe fear as a sign of growth and potential. Emphasize that every successful investor started with fear, okay? Like, remind yourself that, understand that, emphasize this, understand this within your brain. I know every real estate investor started with fear and doubt, but they pushed through. We were all new at one point. We were all new to investing. We were all new to wholesaling, rentals, and flips. The reason we became who we were is we just decided to start. Okay. I have a lot of students, and when I interview, like, especially my ladies that are a little bit older, when I ask them what is one thing they wish they would have, one thing they wish they would have done differently, you know what their answer is? I just wish I would have started 3, 4 decades ago when real estate first came into my view. It's nothing crazy. It's not like I wish I would have done this or that. They said, I just wish I would have started sooner. The soonest you can start now is today. Okay. So this is something that is very commonly told to me, where people feel like they struggle with that. So how do you get going? You have to start doing. Listening and learning all the time with no action is going to keep you in a constant state of education and theory. And while some education is good, you want to combine it with action. So you want to start small, okay? Start small. Like I always say, you don't have to focus on the whole staircase. I got this from Martin Luther King. Just focus on that first step. I was talking to a student today. She won a raffle, and we sat with her for an hour just talking about her business. And here's the thing. We all think about like the far off goal, and that is very overwhelming to be from where you are to your far off. So I said, just focus on the very next thing you need to do. Then once you do that, add the next one in. It's like with weight loss. You're not going to lose 100 pounds overnight. You do 1 pound at a time. In real estate, when you're signing contracts, they don't have you reading all of it and then you sign. They have signatures throughout to kind of check in that you agree, break it down, and you're signing it one signature at a time. So the same works here. Take one step at a time. Start with small but specific goals to get you going. Because right now, what you need to do is get going, and you will learn the rest as it comes. I tell my students, I'm like, you're going to worry about 99% of these deals that will not even happen as far as like what your worry is. So don't worry about it till you get to it. Don't think of what you need to say. Like if they say this and that, worry about that when they ask that question. And that's really trust me, I'm type A, I'm a Virgo. Okay. So I am type A. I am someone that's a perfectionist on top of it. And it's taken a lot of time for me to understand and realize that I need to just do it and figure it out as it goes. If you watch my lives from the very beginning to my lives now, that's a lot of just taking action and figuring it out as we go and not loving the lives. My team used to have to delete my lives and I would redo them, like just like things like that where I felt like it wasn't great. You just learn as you go. The other thing is really understand that community helps you. Knowing other women are around there to help you, to be there to support you, like a retreat that's coming up at the end of September. If now is the time to go and you decide it, come to the retreat, sit in it with women, watch and learn from the women who are doing it. It's not just going to be me and all my coaches who are all active investors, but it's also, I'm going to have students there that are walking the talk too, that are doing it, that are 70 plus rentals and have whole teams under them and fix and flipping and wholesaling and all that. They are coming too. So it's, you get to see like real life, because it's all great when you see the coaches, they're probably your like end game goal, but then you get to see actually real like talking students in the audience walking around doing this and talking about it. You get to join it. So that's something that's really important. And our community is filled of women who want to see you succeed. It's not just people that are like trying to hide it all. We want to help you. Is any of this landing? I'm not seeing a lot of comments, and I want to make sure you guys get to be entered in the raffle. So I hope that so far this helps. Now, here's a few things of the different paths you could take in real estate to see success, okay? The main one that everyone wants to do is wholesaling, because you can start with minimal capital, and you can learn so much about the business in such a short amount of time, okay? You can flip these property contracts to end buyers, you can make a lot of money, but it's a short-term strategy to get you to ultimate goals of gaining capital to do rentals or flips. But as far as seeing money sooner, I see a lot of women choose the wholesaling aspect for one reason or another, and it's a great entry point. Now, rentals, to get in as a new investor and do rentals, it's great, but you're not going to see a lot of money coming in right away. It's a gradual ascent to that monthly passive income. So if you are even new, understanding that it's more of a gradual ascent, you're not going to be financially free off of your rentals in the next 6 months, like 99% of you, okay? Unless you have some crazy capital to come in and build, it's just not going to happen in that way. So understanding that, knowing that, and being there for that will help you, okay? So you have that going in, okay? So maybe do a little bit of wholesaling to get some cash right now, and then to do rentals and build up to all of that. Next is fix and flip. Now, fix and flip are for my ladies who really like to be hands-on. This develops and offers a high profit margin. The thing with this, though, is it is still not something that can garner cash right now. You're not going to get the cash today or in the next 4 to 6 weeks. It usually takes a little bit of time. You got to fix it. You got to get it on the market again. You need to sell it, things like that. So fix and flip, you get like bigger chunks of money, but it's at like different times. Now, as you build a growing business and you have several fix and flips going at any single time, then yes, you're going to see probably money coming in on a monthly basis. But in the beginning, as you're learning and making your mistakes and doing that, it's going to be chunks here and there. So again, I tell my students, you can fix and flip. That's where your love is. But for the properties you don't want, wholesale them out, because you already did the work to get the leads. Is this landing with anyone? Just very quiet today. Hey, Jeannie. Okay. Especially compared to last week. Long-term wealth building is something that isn't just about quick wins. You have to be this in the long term. In real estate, it's not just being short-sighted. That's not going to help you, okay? It's really making sure you're in it for that long term. It's about creating a legacy, whether you have kids or not. It's financial security. You're going to have passive income. You're going to have active income, income that you have to work for. Like wholesaling is more passive income, and then rentals is more of wholesaling is more active income, and rentals is more of a passive, and then fix and flip is obviously active. You're working for it as well. So you have these different types of wealth building that you want to understand. So I would love to know, what do you want right now? Are you in it for long term, where you're wanting to do fix and flip, or like rentals and have that passive income? Or are you wanting to do it now? So for my ladies that are like, hey, I want to start with thinking of retirement, then maybe you have some room to go into, like, because you like your job or what have you. You can do rentals where start bringing in that monthly revenue, and then adding rentals to your portfolio and adding doors and things like that to where it can move up into a gradual, slower ascent. For those of you that are like, no, F this job, I want to get out of here and do other things, then maybe wholesaling is where you need to start. And also understanding your personality. You can wholesale and not have to be like Liz or Laura or any of our coaches to be successful in it. I've seen so many different personalities, but you have to also figure out what is being told to you. What are you telling to yourself that is keeping you stuck into the maybe laters? Because time is passing anyway. Any of us who knows that, seeing kids grow up before our eyes and it feels like it's flying by, or seeing family members like go into these massive things all of a sudden and stuff like that, like time is flying anyway. So stop putting your success off. Okay. You have to decide, then you have to move forward and you have to take the steps to make it happen for you. So I want you to understand that. So any questions that you have, now is the time to ask of what you can do to start now. What is kind of in the way? And the other thing I would say is focus more on practical advice and things like that. No question here is too basic, by the way. So, focus on practical things you can do that can get you moving forward. But I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest thing I see, and we're going to bring it back to what I said in the beginning, the only thing that is standing between you and success is your decision to begin, is your decision to do it. You can join a mentorship, but then if you do nothing and you take no action, you're going to say it's the mentorship, but really it's just the actions not being taken in the way it needs to. So understanding that. So what is your commitment? Do you commit to starting now? Do you commit to begin? For my ladies that are like procrastinating on scaling, what is stopping you? Because right now, I can tell you right now, the struggle is a team you can start pulling for the raffle, by the way. The struggle is that they're still wrapped up in the day to day and not thinking long term, right? And so, long term, in order to reach that long term goal, you got to start taking the action and building the systems and the automation in. So, I hope that this was helpful. While I wait for the raffle, and how you get entered into these raffles is that you comment, and we take each comment that you do on these lives and you get entered into a raffle. You have 1 week to claim it, and you email into questions@realestateinvestingwomen.com to claim it, and we get it out to you, and I'll get that to you in a minute. One thing I want to say right now is I talk to a lot of women every day, and you know what they tell me? I wish I would have found you sooner. That is the number one thing here I hear. I wish I would have found you before this or that, or before I joined this other program. And we've heard this comment so many times. So if you've been considering joining us at our Make It Happen Real Estate Investing Retreat in September, now is your chance to take those thoughts and put it into action and get to meet us in person. Laura and I will be there. We keep it very small, so we only have a few tickets left that we are allowing. Now, what's going to happen is we are going to teach you weeks of real estate investing into a condensed weekend. So it starts Friday evening. We have like a nice little cocktail hour right on the beach, well, kind of beachside, where you are able to meet with us and get to talk to the other attendees, kind of break the ice before you walk into a room full of people you don't know. And so we are going to be doing that. This retreat is for women like you, ladies. This retreat is for women that are driven, ambitious, and tired of the maybe laters. And maybe I will do this. My student that I was talking today, she's like, I'm just excited for a whole weekend and it's just me and it's what I want to do. And I said, take a walk on the beach, but it's just her. So this weekend is for the women like you who are ready to break through, who are ready to see success. Those women I want to see at this retreat. Okay. So those are the women who are done with the maybe laters, or my other ladies who are scaling and ready for that, because you guys are going to be sat with people that are in the same boat as you. So we're going to have different things going on there. So if you're starting out or looking to scale, this retreat is made for you. We are going to be in a room with a lot of like-minded women. A lot of my community is coming. I have amazing speakers there. I have private lenders there. I have PropStream, which is my most used tool between me and all my students. They're going to be there, and my coach is going to be there ready to connect with you, talk to you, and hopefully leave you with a lasting impact where you can leave and actually go do something and become successful. Now, I have some exciting news while I wait for my winner. I have some exciting news here. We are offering a scholarship for our last few tickets available. We're going to leave some for the public, but we're offering a scholarship for those of you who want to come, but maybe just cannot afford it. Because I believe that this real estate event should be for everyone. Anyone should be able to come and attend. So I'm offering what's called, we called it our back to school scholarship for those who want to participate, but maybe need a little help getting there. So we only have a limited number of scholarships available. We have 7 available at this time. This has not launched like through our email list. So the only people that are going to see this are the people that are on these lives right now. So you can secure your place. How do you secure it? Is you book a call with us. We're going to ask you a few questions and see if this retreat is a good fit for you, if we are a good fit for you. Now, we will cover the ticket cost. You would still need to have to pay for like your travel and your room, but we have great group rates. But this at least will cover your ticket. That's now the smallest ticket is $300. Our other ones are completely sold out. If they open up and the ladies who are already on the waiting list decline or what have you, then we will also open it up to our scholarship participants. But right now, your path to financial freedom is only one step away. So my team is going to go ahead and post the link for you to schedule a call if you're interested in the scholarship opportunities. Just know that we're not going to accept everyone. Okay, we're only going to accept people that really truly need the scholarship, need the help to get there, and things like that. Okay. Thank you, Wendy. I want to make it accessible to everyone. That is something that's really, really important for me. Okay. IG, I see you. I see you guys on Instagram. I love your comments. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and call our raffle for the week. And then if you want to book your call, the team will put that link there for you to book your call. If you're like, I don't need a scholarship, but I need to be in the room with Liz, you can just go ahead and get a ticket. We already sold out of our higher 2. We have a few left of the bottom 2. So we have that as well. So what this is our raffle. We love to support smaller businesses. So this is through a small business. And this is just a little goodie box full of all the fun things. Okay. So we are giving out this candles, it's trusting yourself, the cup, and just like some little bit of self-care things. This is very much a Liz box. When we picked this out, I was like, this is a very much a Liz box. It says like manifest that shit, trust your magic, and all of that. So our winner today she is someone that is on Instagram, and her Instagram name is, I think it's Jeroland810. First name is Julie. Okay, thank you, team. So she is on. You are our winner of today's box. All you have to do is email into questions@realestateinvestingwomen.com. So moving back to what I said, who is starting today? My ladies who are on that are already doing stuff, commit to scaling now. Commit to showing up. It's not a maybe later. We were talking to, I'm not going to call her out. She is on the live. I'm not going to call her up, but we're talking to her later, or talking to her yesterday, and we were like, ma'am, why do you have to wait till this is done? Work on other deals while you have this going on, right? It's time to scale. Exactly, Wendy. It's time to scale. Why can't you have multiple rentals going at any time? Why can't you have multiple wholesaling deals? I was talking to another lady. She's like, I really want to do pre-foreclosure. So I said, okay, go and do the wholesale deal. All right. Get some of those in, but also work on that. Okay. So I'm super excited to get to see some of you. I'm super excited for this retreat as well. But right now, more than anything, you just have to decide that today is the time. Stop saying later. It's like when you diet, you say, I'll start on Monday. Okay, when I started losing weight, I've lost like 15 pounds in the last month. When I started doing that, I started on a Thursday, right before the weekend. And I was like, this is dumb. But here's the thing. When you always start on a Monday, what's going to happen is Monday's going to come around, life's going to happen, and Mondays are always stressful. So then you give in, and then you feel like you messed up the rest of the week. So why not just wait for the next Monday? Real estate is the same exact thing. Go out there and just start today. Start taking action. Stop putting it off. Sign up for the retreat. Go to an event. Listen to a workshop. Take some action. Get on the phone. Things like that, right? Like you just have to decide that you no longer want this current life and you want to move into the life that you are destined for. And if that desire is in your heart, it is meant to happen for you. And that means for everything. Like I was talking to a student today where I told her, I said, you are worthy just because you are. You don't need to do. I get this from Amanda Francis, but it's so true. You don't need to do, be, or say anything to be worthy of what you want. The fact that it's in your heart is enough for you to show up and become successful. And if I can make it happen in real estate, so can you. So can anyone else listening to me on this live today? So stop saying maybe later, because the only thing you're going to wish when you are older is that you started sooner so that you can enjoy life sooner on a grander scale. And that's one of the things that I said in the beginning. When I started, the first time I thought about it, I was 25. And I said, if I can do what I need to do to get my business up running now, I will actually get to enjoy my 30s. I don't have to wait till retirement to like have this grandeur life of enjoying my life. I got to do that. And now in my 30s, I get to enjoy life. Do I work? Yes, I love working. I love real estate. I love coaching. But I also get to live life in between all of that and get to do it from wherever I want in the world. And that is something. So the soonest you can start is now. You have to erase the decades you've been wishing for it, but now it's the time. So if you want success that's more than capable for all of you, you have to make a decision to do it. And you have to stop giving in to every excuse and everything. And when you make the decision, you need to understand that life's going to get probably crazier. It's going to test you. It's going to show you how bad you want this. And any of my ladies in real estate understand that, because they'll be like, I joined your program and then this, and this was all going on. But you just had to be tested. How bad do you want your next level? At the end of the day, how bad do you want it? Or how bad do you want to be financially free? Right? So don't let your fear talk you out of it. Anyway, I'm going off on random tangents. I hope that this was helpful today. I hope this landed for you. Please comment below with whatever you took away from that. Congratulations to our wonderful winner. And I hope you guys schedule some calls and talk to us about the retreat, any questions that you have, logistics, anything like that. And thank you, Wendy and Gina and Jeannie, my lovely ladies commenting here. But thank you for showing up. And now go make some money. It's more than possible. Holidays don't slow down. It's the busiest time in real estate. And we're about to get into all the burr months. So this is the craziest time for real estate for like my team specifically. And they're all prepared. All right. Bye everyone. Happy Thursday. Enjoy your long weekend if you get it. Tuesday's my birthday, so I'll be off Tuesday as well. And I'm going to celebrate in the way that I love to do, which is with my family.